Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, what's up?
Hi.
So to start, I loved hearing a like instrumental version of Bittersweet Symphony just in the first episode. I was like, cool. So we are giving nods to the
Yes.
movie.
There's nods,
Uh,
there's Easter
there,
eggs.
and so I wanted to ask you guys though, with like a needle drop like that was so kind of important to the movie and now is included in the show. Were you excited about little things like that when you signed on to something like Cruel Intentions?
Well, I mean, just speaking for myself, since I was involved with the film in
Mhm.
'99, um, anything that pops up that echoes back to what we did before is something that kind of gives me a personal chuckle, and I hope that it would do that for the audience as well, people
Mhm.
that are familiar with the film. But I mean, but that the good thing about that is, even if you've never seen the film, these same little Easter eggs are things that will make you chuckle anyway. So they have a lot of power and a lot of double impact.
Yeah. And what about you, Sarah, as now a new person to the Cruel Intentions universe?
I mean, yeah, I was 2 years old when the movie came out, so I don't have the same nostalgic attachments to those things. So for me, it's kind of like, oh, cool, like I remember that was in the movie, but of course, I think I'm just more excited about the fact that it's new and it's relevant to today and seeing how an iconic story can be taken into like a contemporary world.
I've never felt older in an interview, I don't think.
Tell me about it.
Well,
No, no.
I wanted to ask both of you, and so I'll start with you, Sean, because it is most relevant to you, but then I also want to know from you, Sarah.
Sure.
When you have a story like Cruel Intentions, which is a movie, and you get to live with kind of like the debauchery of Cruel Intentions in a series, for you, Sean, specifically, how was it going from something that you're like, all right, I have to play this character in this 2 hour movie and that's it, versus playing somebody in that world for an extended period of time like this show? And then, Sarah, how is it like getting to live a character that does have all these dark intentions at times in such a long standing show like this?
Right. Well, I think what you're speaking to is just the inherent difference between the mediums.
Mm-hmm.
The feature film and a television series. In a television series, if it's well done, which this is, you get a lot more opportunities to explore, deeper corners of the character and different aspects of their personality that are more difficult to do in a 2-hour film. So, to that extent, doing the TV series is very, very satisfying because you're not just playing like a prototype or a stereotype. You're playing a real, multifaceted individual with lots of strengths and flaws that you might not be able to get in a 2-hour movie. So doing it in television series form is absolutely an exciting thing to do.
Yeah, and for me, for sure, it does feel like you get to embody the character more. And so, to what you were asking, if you feel like it's difficult to kind of play the debauchery for so long, I do feel like our characters, I mean, as scandalous and as cruel as the things I get involved with, I do feel like our characters are a little more pure
Yeah.
and we get sucked up into the evilness. I mean, for sure, like yeah, like I said, Cece does some bad things, but I don't know. If anything, I actually feel like the process was kind of cathartic for me to release some of those things that maybe are like more bottled in.
Yeah. And I want to ask for my last question. You guys get to make a whole new generation of kids get real into weird ships because I love that like now more kids are going to be like maybe those step siblings should just make out with each other. But what are you guys most excited about for like a new generation to not only get to see Cruel Intentions but see it in this way with a series and have something that is like fully for them?
Mhm. Well, I think that what's exciting to me for new audiences is that you don't have to have seen the movie to
Mhm.
really, really, really enjoy it. I mean, you can hear talk of, oh, this used to be a TV show, or this used to be a Broadway play, or whatever, but none of that matters when it comes to this show. It stands on its own, and it's original, and it's fresh, and it's exciting, and it really has a deep, rich world to it that you can get really sucked into, and I think audiences will.
Yeah, I'm excited for audiences to fall in love with the characters because they're all so singular and deep and have like hilarious moments, have their tender moments. Like, I just feel like the characters are written so well, and I think people are going to really relate to each and every one of them.
I agree. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. And like I said, I can't wait for a bunch of teenagers to be obsessed with Cruel Intentions like I was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.